You're watching the AI Report. Quick but great episode today. Let's get into it. The big news today, Nvidia's earnings report yesterday was so good that it pretty much boosted not only the entire tech sector, but possibly the entire economy. Their sales are better than ever, and they are so confident in the rise of AI that they are buying back their own stocks. One report even found that they own 95% of the machine learning hardware market. Yeah, it's definitely a good time to have some Nvidia stocks. This is Nvidia's time to shine. Moving on, AI technology helps a stroke victim speak again after 20 years. Ann Johnson was connected to implanted electrodes that decode her brain signals when she's trying to speak, and then a digital avatar trained on her own wedding speech says the words and makes the facial expressions. It let me feel like I was a whole person again, she writes. A similar technology was also used to help Pat Bennett, who has ALS. The AIs are still inaccurate about 25% of the time and don't always predict the correct words, but this is still huge. Beautiful. Let's check out even more spectacular news. Chemists can make a map of every possible molecule with AI. The implications of this cannot be overstated. We may have access to unbelievable materials, drugs, nanotechnology, biotech. What is going on here? Are we moving towards the singularity? Okay, let's take another step towards the future. Austin-based robotics startup Apptronic has unveiled their latest humanoid robot named Apollo. Standing at 5 feet and 8 inches, he's well below the 6-foot cutoff so it won't steal your girl, and it can only lift 55 pounds so it won't embarrass you in the gym. The robot will be used to complete boring, dirty, or even dangerous tasks that you don't feel like doing yourself, although for now it's intended to be used mostly in warehouses. Okay, look, maybe I can get on board with humanoid robots as long as they don't try to look like humans. That phenomenon that makes my stomach turn when I see an almost human-like robot is called the uncanny valley, and I think robotics companies should stop trying to make the robots look exactly like humans. They can be bipedal and have 2 arms and even have the simple head, I don't really care. Just don't give them skin and eyes and those horrible facial expressions. That's an affront to both Mother Nature and God. Also, the off button must be always easily accessible, and the robots must not be able to bypass it. If an entity, any entity, even a non-biological one, can have goals, which these robots can, then it can't have more power than you. That's why we don't keep tigers and anacondas as pets. Well, most of us don't. And finally, a great Reddit post that helps people put things in perspective. A 50-year-old Redditor has been witnessing the digital revolution for more than 40 years. They started with a computer that had an 8-bit processor and 64 kilobytes of RAM. Kilobytes. For all of you kids out there, just the Chrome browser needs a few gigabytes of RAM for just a few tabs. That's like tens of thousands of times more. Obviously, the user describes playing around with ChatGPT as science fiction. Their first computer couldn't really do anything, and now the computer can do almost everything. Sometimes we need to stop and appreciate how far technology has come, and that's the way it is. That was the AI Report. Things are looking good. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Do your thing, and I will see you tomorrow.